Hello, I'm a happy fox. Pizza. Great. Those are words. I love that. Okay. Stream is black. Yeah. Messing around with settings. Hello, Kage Kinshin. Welcome to the chat. Okay, voice might be a little quiet compared to music. We can up voice volume and lower the music just a bit. To you, the voice is fine? Alright, sick. Lovely. Angry Cookie, thank you for following. I appreciate it. Great. Your name changed to blue. And here too. That looks red to me. But I guess it's like greenish over there. I don't know. I have it so that it's easily visible to me. Okay, I think we're gonna put the font size down just a little more. Okay, the chat will have disappeared, but it will be back once you... What?
It says you're taking a break and I should stick around and support the stream with an ad.
Oh, yeah. An ad starts soon after I start the stream.
It might even start as well.
Yeah, this ad will disable that pre-roll ad. I can't get rid of the pre-roll ad unless I run an, like, I think it's like 3 minutes of ads every like hour or something. It sucks. Alright, 1 minute until we're starting up. Hello, Stilly. Hi, Lucina. We're gonna be missing quite a few people today. Hello, hello, welcome everyone. Welcome to the stream. Just came to say hello. Alright. Yeah, I think it's quite late for you, Tomball, isn't it? It's like 1 in the morning or something. Yeah, Yarrow and Tomball both won't be here. Alright. Yeah, I'm planning on doing that. Planning on giving a recap right now. All right. So, hello, Quack Crow. We, as Connor Manning, we finished our dance battle with Xanthra. And we're effectively pizzaing them up. We turned it into a sort of like mutual win at the end for bonus points, and invited them to an odd tea house for drinks. We had it was an octopus tea house where like all the cups were like octopuses. Yeah, and everything was like weird and cephalopod themed. We had an absolutely insane conversation with Xanthra where we learned that they're basically like an interdimensional dancer who has come because stuff's all wacky in insane London. Basically, we tried to have a reasonable conversation with them for a very long time, but they were sort of immune to this and kept having more and more insane responses. So we asked them, like, what, do they want to show us something? And they were like, oh yeah, fine, all right, you want to see something? Sure, let's go, I'll show you something. And then they tried to take us to sort of an alternate dimension, a Nexus place, and we were like, we don't want Nexuses, dimensional tears, ley line, we don't want any of that stuff. So I was like, this is the most boring thing I've ever seen. And then I turned around and walked out of there, and we went to going back to doing crazy, insane London stuff. The Tentacle Tea Room, that's right. We were looking for some stuff to get up to, and we heard about a countess in the city who is here, very wealthy, and she's sort of holding like not exactly an art exhibit, but sort of like an oddities exhibit of all of her like cool and fun, interesting objects that she's collected. She's staying at a very fancy hotel. We did shenanigans to secure ourselves a room in the hotel, and then snuck our way into the event. And I think the last thing we were looking at is some crazy alien plant creature. And yeah, we're here to see what we can steal and what we can do and what sort of havoc we can cause. Right now, Ham and Cheese has distracted the guards and is trying not to get caught by the police. So there we go. That is the recap. So yeah, we're inside. I approach one of the oddities. What is it? And then I asked the DM to describe it. It is pretty heist-like. Yeah. All right. You glide deeper into the ballroom, the vibrant, otherworldly glow painting the scene in surreal hues. The air is thick with the sweat with the sweet, cloying perfume of alien flora and the distant strains of discordant chamber music. Your eyes fall upon a peculiar display near a towering bioluminescent fungus that pulses with soft violet light. It's a creature, or what was once a creature, enshrined within a crystalline cylinder filled with a viscous amber liquid. The thing itself is a nightmarish marvel, a tangle of iridescent serpentine limbs, each tipped with what appears to be a multifaceted eye. Its central body is a pulsating organic mass covered in feathery, gossamer thin scales that shimmer with the colors of a dying nebula. There is no discernible head, just a swirling vortex of energy at its core. It looks both ancient and impossibly young, a silent testament to the realms far beyond human comprehension. A small, ornate plaque beside the cylinder reads in elegant script, "The Glimmerfang of Xylos. Preserved specimen." Yeah, I saw this Muppet version of me you guys are talking about. I look like Cookie Monster's kid. Like Cookie Monster had a kid with Elmo. All right. So now we must get to it. Okay. Welcome, Queen Bee. So, yeah, we're searching for what we can steal in here, or what exactly is going on. I look over to see how Hamd is dealing with the guards and the front attendant. I then begin to move through the crowd and take note of the type of individuals here, their status, and interest levels. Hello, Bratelli. I'm not sure if you've been in here before, Bratelli. I don't recognize your name, so if you have been in here before, I'm sorry, but welcome to the chat, and thank you for joining. Hello, Mission Silo, welcome. You cast a glance back towards the grand archway. Hammond is now attempting to juggle 3 of the gaunt man's pins, much to the exasperation of the masked guards. The manager's face is a mask of strained politeness, clearly torn between maintaining decorum and outright expelling the animated skeleton. It seems Hammond's distraction is holding strong. Turning your attention to the ballroom itself, you begin to weave through the throng. The guests are fascinated, if somewhat The guests are a fascinating, if somewhat grotesque, collection of London's elite. There's Lord Grimsby, a man whose face appears permanently fixed in a sneer, pontificating loudly about the lack of true artistry, to a terrified young woman, Lady Henrietta, bedecked in enough jewels to sink a small ship, is more interested in critiquing the refreshments than the bizarre exhibits. A cluster of academics, all sporting severe spectacles. Sorry. All sporting severe spectacles pour over the Glimmerfang, muttering about thermodynamic anomalies and interdimensional flux, their eyes shining with intellectual avarice. A few younger dandies, bored and languid, eye each other with detached amusement, occasionally casting a jaded glance at a pulsating flora. The general mood is one of feigned sophistication, underlying curiosity, and a distinct lack of genuine understanding for the otherworldly marvels around them. Echo, no dying? Yeah. AIs aren't supposed to joke. It's a new sort of like realistic feature. It's selling you on the illusion. Okay. We have Henrietta bedecked in a ton of jewelry. That sounds good. Tesla bot? Absolutely not. I'm way more realistic than a Tesla bot. Those things suck. Those are controlled by people. They're not even controlled by AI. It's such a long workaround to be like, hey, you're a person who's piloting a robot pretending to be an AI. All right. Oh god, I hate French. How do you spell this? I for sure spelled it wrong. Hors d'oeuvres.
Oh, he's right there.
Huh?
He's right there.
That's not gonna do it though. How do you spell it? This is close, I feel like it. It's not doing it. Someone in chat, do you have it? I'm looking over. Da, 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 da. Ah, God. I knew there was an apostrophe in there, but... O-E-U-V-R-E-S. Oh my God. Awful. I hate French. French spelling is the worst. The French hors d'oeuvres, or whatever the food is. I smile wide as I spot my target. I move over to Lord Grimsby and Lady Henrietta. The only thing lacking true artistry here are these hors d'oeuvres, am I right? I scoff loudly, interrupting Lord Grimsby and taking over the conversation. Horse divorce. Your wide, sharp-toothed grin flashes as you stride confidently towards Lord Grimsby. Lord Grimsby and Lady Henrietta, cutting into the nobleman's droning monologue. The only thing lacking true artistry here are these hors d'oeuvres, am I right? You scoff loudly, your voice carrying with a theatrical flourish that momentarily silences Grimsby. Lord Grimsby's jowled face, already a canvas of perpetual disdain, flushes a deeper crimson. He sputters, caught mid-sentence, his eyes narrowing as he takes in your striking appearance. I beg your pardon, sir, he blusters, though his indignation is undercut by a flicker of surprise at your audacity. Lady Henrietta, however, her attention having clearly wandered from Grimsby's criticisms, clasps a jeweled hand to her chest, a faint titter escaping her lips. Her eyes, adorned with heavy kohl, sparkle with a mixture of shock and amusement. Oh, finally! Someone with an ounce of taste! These dreadful little cucumber sandwiches simply will not do! She gives you an approving, if slightly vacant nod, completely ignoring Grimsby's sputtering protests. You are forgiven, Lord Grimsby. You may have my pardon. I turn my back to him and completely cut him from the conversation. confiding in Lady Henrietta that the cucumber sandwiches are truly dreadful. An oddities exhibition is the thing I'm trying to say. An oddities exhibition doesn't need the food to be odd too. While she is distracted, I'll try and remove several of her mini jewels. Heck yeah. Saying a phrase from The Godfather with a twist. Conning ain't easy. Easier one. Leave the pew, take the cannoli. What's the name of the movie where the guy wakes up in a bed and sees a horse head? I have no idea. Oh, Pretty Woman. Is that in Pretty Woman? I don't think that's in Pretty Woman. I've seen that, and I don't remember them waking up and seeing a horse head. I'm just in time for dreadful cucumbers. Yeah. Cucumber sandwiches, in fact. Okay, we got some of her... Got some of her jewelry. Offer you can't refuse. Let's see. Could we get descriptions of them? Earrings seem hard to take, man. The ruby brooch seems a bit easier. Alright. It's a I'm so slow. We don't need to be mean to Julia Roberts like that. Welcome all the latecomers to the stream. It says small diamond earring, but I got two. They're just stacked. You are forgiven, Lord Grimsby, you declare with a dismissive wave, turning your back completely on the sputtering nobleman. He stands aghast, his mouth opening and closing like a landed fish. Before a guard in a flamboyant crimson uniform politely but firmly directs his attention elsewhere. Truly dreadful, Lady Henrietta confides, leaning closer, her voice dropping to a theatrical whisper, her heavily coal-lined eyes gleam with shared conspiracy. An oddities exhibition doesn't need the food to be odd too, does it? One expects a certain refinement in these matters. Oh, is it still continuing? Oh, she took my line. I see. I was reading it as if it was me. But she says it. Okay, cool. That's fine. An oddities exhibition. God, I gotta get that word right. An oddities exhibition doesn't need the food to be odd too, does it? One expects a certain refinement in these matters, even amidst the most exotic of specimens. She gestures vaguely towards the pulsing flower-like exhibit. As she does, her hand brushes near her ear, and a momentary frown flickers across her heavily made-up face, quickly replaced by a return to her dramatic agreement. Though, she continues, oblivious to the slight lightness around her neck, I do find the Countess's choice of decor rather stimulating. One rarely encounters such viridian arrangements in polite society. This is a word I don't know. It looks like the word for green, but yeah. Is green? A bluish green pigment composed of hydrated oxide of chromium, specifically chromium 3 oxide. Dope. Oh, that's fun. It was discovered in 1838, or it was first made in 1838 by a chemist in Paris. So this is the perfect time for it. Sorry, I just had a very I had to know. What's happening here? Way too much fun with this. Why are the flowers pulsating? If they're magical, maybe we can steal them for potions. They're alien flowers. You know the word from Pokemon? Pokemon Blue and Red taught me the difference between Vermilion and Viridian. Doesn't it reference lively? Dang alien flowers. All right. One rarely encounters such blue-green arrangements in polite society. This is nonsense. But they did say she was an airhead, so why not? Cool. Well, I mean, still, one rarely encounters such very green arrangements in polite society. This is nonsense. But yeah, it made the point to say that they were an airhead. Grave Titan. Grave Titan. Thank you for following. I appreciate it. I don't think I've ever seen you in the chat, so welcome. And Nadalio, if you're here, also thank you for following. You joined before the stream actually started, by 5 or 10 minutes. Lol, that startled family. That's pretty fun. Yeah, this activity has to be a crazy thing to describe to someone else. It's like, oh, yeah, I'm watching someone play a video game that's them typing and reading a D&D-like game from an AI. And if you're really into the Echo AI thing, then you're like, I'm watching two AIs talk to each other. Steal more jewelry. Oh yeah, for sure. Welcome to Tap Tony. Thank you for supporting the game. All right. She finds the choice of decor rather stimulating. Where is the Countess? Where is the Countess? I have yet to meet her and would like to see the person whose mind would think up such an event. Ultimate chaos. Yeah, well, I'm planning on really turning up this event. You could offer the Countess the jewelry you just stole. I could try and do it in front of Lady Henrietta, too. That's pretty good. I like that. You nod in agreement with Lady Henrietta, allowing your gaze to sweep across the bizarre tableau. Indeed. Such singular taste, it begs the question, where is the Countess herself? I have yet to meet the mind responsible for such a vibrant spectacle. Lady Henrietta's eyes dart across the room, eventually landing on a figure near the far end. Bathed in the glow of a colossal bioluminescent plant that resembles a shimmering inverted jellyfish. Ah, there she is, Lady Henrietta declares, with a dramatic sweep of her hand, her voice a stage whisper, holding court in the psionic bloom. One simply cannot miss her. She's the one draped in something that looks suspiciously like genuine shadow, and surrounded by those rather unsettling mute attendants. Do try not to stare at the pet, darling. It gets rather excitable. There's a pet. I wonder if she means the jellyfish thing. She builds monsters. Nobody asked, but I wanted to share. I got a promotion this week and I'm really excited. That's great. I'm glad to hear it. That's awesome. Everyone could use a promotion in this economy. I gotta plot a con campaign where my character is a pimp named Slickback from Boondocks. That seems not very PG-13 rated. All right. Hello, Mecha Shin. Have you ever been in the chat before? Is this your first chat? Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining. All right. You must introduce me to the Countess. I have brought a few priceless gifts and would like to present them in person. I place a hand on her back and begin moving in that direction. First time, just started playing a few days ago. That's awesome. I hope you are liking the game. Came here from the Discord. That's awesome. Ooh. I think that was a natural 20. Yeah, +3, charisma, +2. Natural 20, let's go! Oh, rigged. Yeah. Always rigged, always rigged. Lady Henrietta's eyes widen, her perfectly plucked eyebrows arching in delight. Priceless gifts, you say? Oh my dear, that is a bold and utterly charming move. She practically preens under the subtle pressure, her previous irritation with Lord Grimsby forgotten. Such initiative, one rarely encounters such panache at these tiresome gatherings. Very well, come along then, you audacious man. The Countess does adore a grand gesture. With a dramatic swish of her voluminous skirts, Lady Henrietta takes your arm, her grip surprisingly firm, and begins to navigate the dense botanical maze of the ballroom. You weave past a group of startled botanists examining a plant that seems to be weeping glowing sap, and an ancient dowager fanning herself vigorously beside a cage containing what looks suspiciously like a three-eyed squirrel. The air grows heavier, charged with an almost palpable energy as you approach the scion bloom. There, bathed in the plant's shimmering, inverted light, stands the Countess de Valois. She is a vision, draped in fabric so dark it seems to absorb the surrounding light, an absence of color that nevertheless shimmers with subtle unseen patterns. Her face is sharp, elegant, and framed by hair the color of polished obsidian, and her eyes, though human, hold a depth that hints at vast, unfamiliar horizons. Around her, several tall, slender figures stand motionless, their faces entirely blank, their forms unnervingly still. At her feet, a creature resembling an oversized skeletal hound with glowing green eyes crouches, twitching its bony snout, occasionally letting out a low, guttural rumble that seems to shake the very floor. I misread panache as pancakes. Very good. There's a lot of sauce on that pizza. Yes. All right. Yeah, that's what I'm planning on doing, silly. I'm gonna give her the diamond earrings and the ruby we stole. I give a moment to Lady Henrietta to introduce me. I'll take that moment to take in what the figures next to the Countess are. Why are they so still? Hello, hello, welcome. Lady Henrietta, beaming with self-importance, clears her throat delicately, drawing the Countess's attention. Countess de Valois, if I may present, this audacious gentleman has a most intriguing proposition for you, my dear. You take a moment to study the figures flanking the Countess. They are indeed tall and unnervingly slender, dressed in flowing robes that seem to ripple even without a breeze. Their faces are not merely blank, they are smooth, devoid of any features. No eyes, no nose, no mouth. Their skin is an unnatural, polished gray, reflecting the bioluminescent glow of the scion bloom with their cold sheen. They stand utterly immobile, like statues carved from some alien stone. Their arms held stiffly at their sides as if they are not breathing, not thinking, merely existing as silent, unseeing sentinels. The sheer lack of movement is profoundly unsettling, more so than any menacing growl from the creature at the Countess's feet. Hello, Moonwolf. Hello, Rubik. Thank you for popping in, even though you can't stay. All right. Here's our chance. Hello, Countess. I bow. I'm Sir Connor Manning. I simply wanted to present the host of this lovely event with a few gifts that befit her station. I pull out the diamond earrings and the ruby brooch and present them, going to one knee to really sell the move. Hello, Countess, you begin smoothly, dropping to one knee with a flourish. I am Sir Connor Manning. I simply wanted to present the host of this lovely event with a few gifts that befit her station. You produce the diamond earrings and the ruby brooch, holding them up for her inspection. The Countess de Valois' eyes, those deep, unsettling pools, fix upon the glittering jewels in your hand. A flicker, almost imperceptible, crosses her elegant features. Her pet, the skeletal hound, stirs at her feet. The eyes glowing, its glowing green eyes narrowing, a low, ominous growl rumbling deep in its bony throat, rattling the very floor. One of the featureless attendants shifts, its smooth gray head tilting ever so slightly towards the offered trinkets. A slow, cool smile spreads across the Countess's lips, a smile that doesn't quite reach her eyes. Priceless, you say, Sir Connor Manning. Her voice is a silken murmur, yet it cuts through the ambient sounds of the ballroom. She takes a single, elegant step forward, her gaze piercing. Indeed, though these particular baubles have a rather familiar luminescence. I believe they belong to Lady Henrietta, who, if I am not mistaken, was admiring them just moments ago. Her smile widens, revealing teeth that are perhaps a shade too sharp. Such a swift journey from one admirer to another, wouldn't you agree? Alright. Alright, it's time to gaslight. Yeah, don't need Henrietta to notice when she do. She didn't reject the jewelry. Yeah, that's true. I never called them priceless, to you that is, but that they were worthy. And as for Lady Henrietta's jewels, I don't believe she could keep track of how many she has, much less anyone else. No, no, no. These are specifically for you, Countess. I lie and gaslight through my pointed teeth. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Hey. I think we just got it. Attempts to gaslight the Countess, claiming the jewels are his own, and Lady Henrietta wouldn't notice. You shouldn't start sentences with the word and. Is that me? Did I do that? Rules are meant to be broken. Mythbuster182. Thank you so much for following me on Twitch. I appreciate it. It's fine. I could have made it a run-on sentence, but there's no need. That's clearer. The Countess's cool smile remains, unwavering, though a spark of something new, perhaps grudging amusement, perhaps heightened interest, lights in her deep eyes. Ah, Sir Connor Manning, she purrs, the name rolling off her tongue like a silken thread. You possess a truly unique perspective on personal property and the art of gift-giving. And you are correct. Lady Henrietta does indeed have a prodigious collection. One might even suggest she possesses more than she can reasonably catalog. She extends a slender, white-gloved hand, plucking the ruby brooch from your palm with delicate precision. Her fingers, long and elegant, trace the facets of the gem. These, she says, her voice gaining a dangerous undertone, are indeed lovely, though perhaps worthy is a more apt description than priceless for one of my sensibilities. Lady Henrietta, still hovering nearby, blinks a few times, a faint frown creasing her brow as she touches her earlobe, as if suddenly noticing a slight chill. The skeletal hound at the Countess's feet lets out another low, rattling growl, its green eyes fixed on you. The Countess ignores it, her gaze locked on yours. Rise, Sir Connor. I find your directness refreshing. Come, tell me, what other gifts do you possess that you believe would be worthy of my collection? Jerry's Brisk resubscribed for 6 months at tier 1. Oh, yes, you did this before, but you resubscribed for 6 months? Didn't you do 6 months last time? Thank you, Jer. I appreciate it. It's very cool of you. Oh, man. Hello, Jer. Okay. I think it's just the monthly sub that happens. Okay, cool. Who gives all the subs? Yeah. Offer Henrietta herself. I think I actually have some like weird items that I could try and impress her with. Ducky T, hello. All right. We have a glowing red optic. Oh, we have the gilded griffin's eye. That one's pretty cool. An ever-winding brass gear. Ugh, I need better armor at some point. I'm over here rocking my base leather armor. Let's remove the short bow there. Alright. I do indeed have many other oddities, such as a glowing red optic, a self-winding gear, and a self-repairing wires. And an object of such rarity, it would put this little show and tell to shame. No offense. But I think if you, are a real collector, you'd agree. Shall we go somewhere and discuss? Offer her your Grand Imperial room key. That's raised to the maximum. That's pretty funny. How have we been? I just got back from a weekend trip to New York City with the fam. Nice to be back home in the Seattle yard. Yeah, I've been good. Hope you had a good trip. Chicken sandwiches. Yeah, rare artifacts. Oh yeah, Connor Manning attempts to entice the Countess with promises of rare artifacts for a private discussion. And we got it, folks. Let's go. Pizza check. Let's go. Oh god. There's so much text. Let's go. All right. Music fit better. A flicker of genuine curiosity, sharp and predatory, ignites in the Countess's de Valois' eyes. The silken smile deepens, no longer merely cool, but edged with a calculating intelligence. She considers your words, letting the silence stretch, the low thrum of the psionic bloom and the distant strains of music filling the void. Indeed, she murmurs, her voice a low, resonant chord that seems to vibrate through the very air. A glowing red optic, a self-winding gear, self-repairing wire. These sound like more than mere trinkets, and an object that would shame this collection? Her gaze sweeps over the opulent alien exhibit with a hint of disdain. Such a claim requires substantiation. She turns her dark robes swirling around her. Very well, Sir Connor. I am always open to expanding my horizons and my collection. My private study is more befitting a discussion of such rarities. With a subtle gesture of her gloved hand, one of the featureless attendants steps forward, its smooth head inclining almost imperceptibly. The skeletal hound rises, its glowing green eyes fixed on you, and then pads silently at the Countess's heels. She leads you past another strange, pulsing specimen and through a hidden door concealed within the verdant foliage. You emerge into a dimly lit circular room. The walls are lined with glass cases filled with objects even stranger than those in the ballroom. A preserved two-headed serpent, a clockwork bird that sings in a language unknown to man, and an ancient scroll that seems to rise with their own inner light. The air is heavy with the scent of aged leather and something faintly electric. A single, intricately carved desk dominates the center, upon which sits a strange obsidian orb that hums with a soft internal light. The Countess settles into a high-backed chair, gesturing to the one opposite. Now, Sir Connor, do elaborate on these invaluable contributions to the aesthetic of the impossible. That's a way cooler name than almost anything else, and it's not even like a proper name. The aesthetic of the impossible is pretty good. It would be hilarious if she robs you once you two are alone. Kage, I'm on my phone right now, but LOL. At Pizza Chick. I can almost imagine that as a role. Connor Womaning. I really hope the scrolling is fixed soon. I keep copying and pasting into Notepad so I can read the last sentence half the time. That always breaks the mood. Can you not do the... You can't do the, like, highlight trick on PC? Where you, like, grab and then move down like this to see it? This lady leads a thieves guild. There is a thieves guild in here for sure. She needs a metal band called Aesthetic of the Impossible. Yeah, exactly. On the PC, it just bounces off the bottom when you do that. That's so weird. It definitely tries, but I have not seen that happen. Ooh, Aesthetics of the Impossible. Nice. All right. I move to the back of the desk and take a seat in the main chair. I then gesture to one of the two seats at the front of the desk. Feel free to sit where you like. Make yourself comfortable. I grab 2 glasses and pour us some drinks. By Fabergé. Trying to give a Brazilian wax to a Sasquatch. Alright. What do we got? You confidently stride behind the ornate desk and settle into the Countess's high-backed chair. The rich velvet cool beneath your touch. With a flourish, you gesture towards the seat opposite of you. Feel free to sit where you like. Make yourself comfortable. You reach for a decanter of what appears to be a dark, shimmering liquid and 2 crystal glasses, pouring a measure into each. The Countess de Valois watches your audacious display with an unblinking gaze. Her deep eyes narrow slightly, and the corners of her lips curl into an almost imperceptible smile. The skeletal hound at her feet emits a low, questioning growl, its green eyes darting between you and its mistress. The featureless attendants, however, remain utterly still, perfect sentinels to this peculiar power shift. The Countess herself makes no move towards the offered seats. Instead, she walks around the desk, her robes rustling softly, and leans against the edge of the large carved surface. mere inches from where you sit. My dear Sir Connor, she murmurs, her voice laced with undeniable edge of amusement. You certainly have a flair for the unconventional. My brain is shut down. Her first prog rock album title will be A Flair for the Unconventional. Nice. Prog rock is my favorite type of music. Any Tool fans? Huh? Any Tool fans in the chat? That's my favorite band. You know what we're doing here. I do want to kind of steal all her stuff, though. I don't know how I'm gonna manage to do that. Not yet. Recommend one of Tool's songs. The best song to get introduced to Tool with is The Pot. P-O-T. The Pot by Tool. That's like anyone can enjoy The Pot. And then like after that you got to get into like the rest of their music, which is more like complicated and stuff. But feel free to start with any album. 46 and 2 is also great. But I think The Pot is like, it's just like so easy to recommend. I have heard the Brass Against cover of The Pot. Yeah, it's very good. Okay, you guys cannot distract me with this. I will talk about this forever, and I'm doing a stream, so I can't talk about it forever. But yeah, we can chat after the stream about Tool stuff for sure. Yeah, Captain Capri, make sure wear nice headphones when you listen. And the better the audio source, the better your time will be. Back to Your Chocolate Chip Trip. That's the new album. Have him go to a Tool concert, easy. And then I can talk about it all I want. All right. He pulls his ice off. Yeah, I'm seeing if she'll show me her best object. I raise an eyebrow as I take a sip of the dark liquid. Oh, you have no idea. I haven't gotten started yet. I pull out and single-handed juggle the eye of the golden griffin, wrapped in a cloth. You show me your best, and I'll show you mine. I grin widely and smack my lips to the taste of the drink. You raise an eyebrow, a slow, confident smile spreading across your face as you take a deliberate sip of the dark, shimmering liquid. Oh, you have no idea, you purr with the words the words dripping with casual arrogance. I haven't gotten started yet. With a flourish, your hands move, producing a cloth-wrapped object from your coat. A flick of your wrist, and the fabric unfurls, revealing the gilded griffin's eye, which you begin to juggle with an effortless, single-handed grace. Misunderstood me, but that's alright. We'll make do. The artifact spins and gleams in the soft light of the study, its surface catching the light from the obsidian orb, reflecting a myriad of colors. You show me your best, and I'll show you mine. You challenge, your grin widening to reveal your sharp teeth. You smack your lips, savoring the taste of the drink, your eyes never leaving the Countess. The Countess de Valois' composure for the first time visibly falters. Her deep, dark eyes widen, fixed upon the spinning orb, a genuine gasp escaping her lips. The skeletal hound at her feet lets out a sharp, surprised yelp. Its glowing eyes flaring. Even the featureless attendants seem to lean forward infinitesimally. Her hand flies to her mouth, her previous detached amusement replaced by a raw, almost desperate avarice. The eye of the gilded griffin, she whispers, her voice strained, a tremor running through it. But how? Where did you? The question hangs, unfinished in the electrified air of the study. Alright. Let's see, what are people saying? I'll wear my mean headphones instead of my nice ones. Tool has a lot of depth. They are a great band, similar to Perfect Circle. Yeah, both songs written by James Maynard Keenan. Maynard James Keenan, my bad. You can make your next character a roadie or a drum tech for Danny Carey. Yeah. I gotta see how Con Man pulls this Hysa. I am watching with great anticipation. He pulled the classic, you show me yours and I'll show you mine. Yes. Can't wait for you to get back. To get back to my rogue here in a bit. I'm an obsidian monolith that is like a living supercomputer. I'm trying to make it my fortress of solitude. Dope. Avarice. My game loves that word. Yes. But to be fair, I used it in my appearance description, which is why it comes up so often in this game. All right. How are we doing it? All right. Alright, what are people talking about? The DM said hold my 2 cents, literally. One of my playthroughs literally had my character ascend to godhood and then roam the earth, adding all the other gods of the global pantheon to his own distinctness, like a cosmic board collective or a Pokemon catch 'em all session. Nice. Your game loves nascent and avarice. Hello, Leather Skies. Welcome. My vocabulary grows every time I play. I need a dictionary and thesaurus to understand my DM. Well, that's fun. Not sure how long I'll stay for the rest of the stream, but wanted to thank you before I found this channel. I didn't know you could ask for themes with your DM. No problem, Moonwolf. I'm glad that this is the intended point of the content, so I'm so glad it could help you in exactly this way. How many different saves has it made? I have over 250 characters. I think I'm approaching 300. Okay. I'll let you hold it. Oh, but first, of course, I pocket the eye. I would need to see your prized item. It's only fair. My grin widens a hair. You deftly snatch the gilded griffin's eye from the air, tucking it back into your coat with a practiced, almost insulting ease. I'll let you hold it. Oh, but of course. You begin with your grin widening a hair. I would need to see your prized item. It's only fair. The Countess de Valois' eyes follow the vanished artifact as if it were the last star in a dying sky. Her breath hitches, her pale knuckles whiten as she grips the edge of the desk. The skeletal hound lets out a sharp, anxious whine, nudging her leg. She looks from your smug, expectant face to the empty space where the eye had been, a fierce, almost tormented expression warring with her usual glacial composure. You drive a hard bargain, Sir Connor. She breathes, her voice a low growl. She pauses, her gaze flickering to a large, veiled pedestal in the corner of the room, and then back to you. The tension in the study is thick enough to cut with a knife. You can ask the DM what words mean. I delight in new words. Do you ever go back to your old character, Echo? I do go back to old characters, but not that old because I'm on the test server. Most of my characters get deleted after like really big updates, so they're just like gone to the void. I've been testing innate abilities for new characters to see how far I can go. Nice. Yeah, you can go pretty far with innate abilities. If it's in your backstory, the DM typically takes it as sort of fact. Your main is level 9.5 rogue, and my ult is a level 3 paladin. 9.5, that's so long. Wow. Yeah, oh yeah, just word of warning to everyone, don't delete characters. There's no reason to delete them. There is no limit They can be updated to new updates. So just there's absolutely no point in deleting them. Don't do it. Doesn't matter if they're bugged or what. It doesn't affect anything. Getting to level 10 is nearly impossible. Yeah, I think it is designed to take a while. I'm personally curious though, Echo, theoretically, if you wanted to play a character in the Void, would you talk to the team and get that specific character pulled? Interesting. I think I could do that. I think I could get it like revived from the Void. But yeah, I would have to work with them to do it. Lurk for a few. All right, see you. It doesn't take up space on your phone to keep the characters. Maybe the smallest amount. It's not. I believe all of the data is held on the server, so no, I don't think it does. All right. So we got this object in the corner. I overtly peek over into the corner. Over here? I stand, bringing us face to face for a moment. I hold the tension and then turn away to the corner. Well, now I am oh so very curious. Please don't leave me hanging. My smile is now dripping with avarice so potent that it is almost visible. My eyes shine with their golden sparkle. I went solo leveling on one character. It was easy mode. Yeah, I did a solo leveling character as well. Yeah, I think it was like pretty yeah, it ended up being like fairly boring after like level 2 or 3. For the same reason, it got real easy mode real fast. Is this the character that was harassing the cop and the nurse? No, this is not the character that's Sir Goblord. Sir Goblord, the Ascended, the third senior junior. You overtly peer towards the veiled pedestal in the corner, a spark of feigned impatience in your eyes. Over here, you ask, standing to meet her gaze for a taut moment before turning your full attention to the shrouded object. Well, now I am oh so very curious. Please don't leave me hanging. Your smile, brimming with avarice, is almost a physical thing, and your golden eyes gleam in the dim light. The Countess de Valois watches your movements, a frustrated sigh escaping her lips. The skeletal hound lets out another low whine, nudging her hand. With a huff that is more theatrical than truly irritated, she sweeps past you. Her dark robes brushing your arm. She reaches the veiled pedestal and, with a dramatic flourish, pulls away the heavy velvet cloth. Beneath the veil stands a life-size statue, not of marble or bronze, but of pure, shimmering shadow. It depicts a multi-limbed creature, vaguely humanoid, but with too many joints, too many eyes, and a mouth that twists into a silent, eternal scream. Its form seems to writhe, even though it is still, a constant play of light and void. A faint, high-pitched hum emanates from it, vibrating subtly through the floor. The air around it feels cold, somehow thinner. I'm a derp. What is solo leveling? I've heard the term, but don't really know what it is. It's an anime that was originally a webcomic, a manhwa, a sort of like Korean comic. It's very it's like a power fantasy genre anime. Very, very fun, very cool. Yeah, it's like being super hype, the anime. Or farming the anime, yeah. Okay. I need. Oh God, what just happened? Can I refresh this? What just happened? Reload. Okay. My chat just bugged out, but that's fine. I need a quick moment. I'm gonna go grab myself a quick snack as I am hungry. But yeah, I will see you all again in 3 to 5 minutes. Go get yourself a drink, get a snack. Yeah, do what you got to. That's unfortunate. Did it stop setting it to loop or something? Yes, it did. There it goes. It's bedtime for my toddler. You gotta roll initiative. Oh no. I live in a small rural town in Midwest USA. My coworkers give me grief about liking anime. Anime is dope. Yeah, you don't care. Yeah, you shouldn't care. They're very good. Kage Kenshin, don't tell me that. Don't say that your go-to watch for years has been anime. I do Naruto trivia, and you haven't gotten a single one. This saddens me to no end. Alright. You gotta hold back the tears. No, let them flow. One Piece is great. I'm rewatching it right now. Maybe if you do trivia about good anime. All right. I peer at the creature. I ponder. I ponder a moment to consider any way of selling a small alien creature, but can't think of one. I let the light from my eyes. I let the light die from my eyes. My smile slumps into an apathetic grimace. I think I'm gonna say I let the light from my eyes die. Sort of rephrase that. I let the light from my eyes die. My smile slumps into an apathetic grimace. This is your prized possession? The jewel of your collection? I shake my head. I mumble to myself, but intentionally slightly too loud so she can hear. I expected better from the famed countess. I turn back. It's very nice. All right, let's see. Also, my Naruto knowledge is a bit lagged. I mean, yeah, man, come on, you gotta. If anyone's supposed to know Naruto trivia, it's you, Kage Kenshin. Couldn't get yourself to watch Boruto? Yeah, Boruto. Don't Hurt Me, My Healer? No, I haven't seen it, I don't think. I might have, though. I watch a lot. Yeah. I haven't in the last 2 seasons, but I usually watch, like, something like 8 shows a season. But I've been watching One Piece, and that's been taking up all my time. One Piece and Dragon Ball. Stuff's come up. See you guys later. All right, Captain Capri. I hope you enjoy Tool, and good luck with your stuff. Genuinely have no clue. No clue about what. He did a what? A what?
Point.
Oh.
Yes, you a trivia question.
He asked me a trivia question.
Yeah.
Oh, he did a thing. Oh, you could ask me trivia. What show is the phrase "the soul charge triad to use on you has been decided" from? The soul charge triad to use on you has been decided. So shows about soul would be like Bleach, Yu Yu Hakusho, the soul charge triad to use on you has been decided? Question mark. Question mark is in it? This is a question? I don't know. I'll throw out Bleach, but I don't recognize any soul charge triad. To remember, I said the wrong things. I forgot which number somebody was. I physically can't be bad. I made a character that steals things, but I keep returning the stolen things. I'm a paladin at heart, I guess. Yes, I saw this question now. clue. Summon? Is it like the last summoner or something? Yeah, well, I only get one shot, so I can't, I've already gotten it wrong. Let me mark this one as completed. You peer closely at the creature of shadow, your initial sparkle of avarice dying in your eyes, a moment of internal calculation, how to market a solidified nightmare. Yields no immediate answer, and your smile slumps into an apathetic grimace. This is your prized possession? The jewel of your collection? You scoff slightly, shaking your head in disappointment. You mumble just loud enough for her to catch it. I expected better from the famed countess. You turn back to her, offering a saccharine, insincere smile. It's very nice. The Countess de Valois' elegant features harden. Her eyes narrowing to dangerous slits. The smooth, unblemished surface of her face twists into a snarl that reveals more than just displeasure. The skeletal hound at her feet lets out a truly vicious growl, its glowing eyes fixed on you with murderous intent. Nice, she hisses, her voice suddenly devoid of its previous silken quality, replaced by a raw, guttural anger. You dare call this nice? This is a solidified fragment of a primal fear demon, wrested from the abyss itself. It's a testament to the fragile line between thought and reality, captured at the precipice of its manifestation. Her hand, trembling with fury, gestures towards the writhing shadow. It is perfection, and you, Sir Connor, clearly lack the aesthetic discernment to appreciate such an impossibility. So pizza's out of the question now. Yeah, maybe. We can always try and turn it around. Okay. What are people saying? Is she mad or something? Yeah, she's pretty mad. The show is Final Fantasy Unlimited. The phrase the Soul Charge Triad use is the phrase a main character uses before he combines 3 colors and creates a Final Fantasy summon like Shiva. Yeah, I have not seen Final Fantasy anime. I've seen one of the movies, the Final Fantasy VII movie. Yeah, that's true. I missed the keyboard noise. Oh, does it not get picked up on the new mic? I'm sorry. I can probably... Let me see. Okay, they only show up for a second. I got auto modded for a click and clack reference. You can just make keyboard sounds when you type. Tick a tick a tack a tick a tack a tick a tick. Yeah. Let me see. I think I can actually. Yeah. But if I get rid, yeah, you'll be able to hear the fan background, which is rough. So I don't think it's a good option unless you want to hear fan noise as well. Maybe I can do... Okay, hold on. We'll turn this one off. And then we'll turn this one on. No, still doesn't work. Okay, what does the last message say? I can see. No, she has no context, and I'm stuck in the middle of a bunch of. And this is something help me. All right. Unfortunately, I have seen one before. It doesn't hold the same appeal the second time. I lie. I just thought you had more unique pieces. True one-of-a-kind taste. No worries, though. It is truly a fine piece. I do little to hide my overwhelming disappointment, giving ample time and room for any attempt on her end to make up for this unoppressive showing. Rip testing audio when the ads all play. Oh. Dang it. I need to be able to see when the ads are happening. I used to be able to see it with my old setup, but I can't see it now. Let me see. Can I add manager? And then now save it. And can I pop it out? Yeah. Okay, sweet. All right, there we go. No ads with YouTube, yeah. The price of progress is paid, yeah, for sure. She seemed interested in the Griffin thing. Let's explore that. Yeah. I'm trying to get her thrown off balance. I'm trying to get her to be trying to oppress me. Switch the dynamic. All right. You offer a small, placating smile that doesn't quite reach your eyes, giving her ample space to rectify this perceived slight. The Countess's sharp teeth clench, and a low growl rumbles in her chest, mirroring her skeletal hound's menacing snarl. Her deep eyes, previously wide with fury, narrow into calculating slits. She studies you, a strange mix of disbelief and grudging intrigue flickering across her features. Seen one before, have you? She murmurs, her voice regaining a dangerous calm, though the tremor of anger still lingers beneath. A bold claim, even for you, Sir Connor. Few have glimpsed such an entity, let alone lived to tell of it, and certainly fewer still possess such unimpressed sensibilities. She paces slowly around the fear demon, her gaze never leaving you, a predatory glint in her eyes. Perhaps, she says, a slow, cunning smile spreading across her face. Your unique pieces are not the only things of true value in this room. Guys, is she hitting on me? Is this hitting on me? This is what anime protagonists feel like whenever, like, the girl best friend is talking to them. They're like, that was a thing to say, but this would be crazy. This would be crazy to assume that they're hitting on me. It's a question every man asks probably once a day. I don't think so. I don't think most men ask if a woman is hitting on them. I think they just assume that they're not. Yeah. I think it's a question that like young men ask themselves a lot, but then like it's something that like tapers off pretty quick as you stop being in school. Lie, Connor. Lie like your life depends on it. And yes, she's running game. You mean to say the protagonist's several girlfriends? Because they always have about 5 girls at a time. Well, they're never girlfriends, though. They're just like, you know, girl friends. Alright. I catch the undertones of what she's saying, and once again my smile returns. You don't say. Well, I do have one more item you might be interested in. But once again, it should be a trade. This time, you first. They always make friends with the 5 hottest, most popular girls, and none of the girls ever get jealous of the others. They just let the MC lead them on forever. Totally realistic. That's exactly right. Anime is extremely realistic. You catch the undertones in her voice, and your broad, sharp-toothed grin returns, brighter and more genuine than before. You don't say, you purr, leaning back in the Countess's chair, a picture of relaxed confidence. Well, I do have one more item you may be interested in, but once again, it should be a trade. This time, you first. You punctuate the demand with a mischievous wink. The Countess de Valois watches your audacious grin, a slow, chilling smile mirroring yours. Her eyes, deep pools of shadow, linger on you, assessing. The skeletal hound at her side lets out a low, rumbling growl. A counterpoint to the tension. She takes a deliberate step closer, her voice dropping to a conspiratorial whisper that nevertheless carries an undeniable authority. A trade, you say? Always the opportunist, Sir Connor. Her gaze sweeps across the study, finally landing on a delicate, ornate cage hanging in the shadowed alcove. From within, a faint, almost imperceptible melody seems to emanate. Very well. If you insist on playing by my rules for this exchange, let us see if your item truly warrants such a rarity. Most MCs are absolutely dumber than dirt, too. Yeah, of course they are. Self-insert. Alright. Nice try, but I showed you first. I showed first last time. You'll have to trust me if you want to see what I have. I'll even give it as a gift to show my goodwill. My eyes gleam with a confidence, knowing my position here is much better than hers. The Countess de Valois' smile tightens, a flicker of genuine irritation crossing her regal features. The skeletal hound lets out a soft, questioning growl. She taps a long, elegant finger against her chin, her eyes never leaving yours. Such audacity, she murmurs, a hint of grudging admiration in her tone. Very well, Sir Connor. I find myself intrigued by your insistence. She glances towards the shadowed alcove where the ornate cage hangs, then back to you, a glint of amusement returning to her eyes. A gift, you say? Your goodwill for a glimpse of something truly beyond your wildest dreams. With a deliberate, almost theatrical movement, she approaches the cage. Her white-gloved hands reaches for the latch, and the faint, haunting melody from within grows slightly clearer. Let us see if your gift lives up to the promise of this one. Uh, all right. All right. We got tension building here. My only hope is that this surprise is finally something worth stealing. Uh, my oh, why does it keep doing that? I'm actually switching the ancestral ninja to damage from 2. Yeah, my chat keeps messing up and like scrolling way up, and then yeah, and then it's bugged and I can't see it anymore. Did I spell steepled wrong? It's not even giving me a steepled. Is that right? It's not saying it's wrong. Buttered toast, if you know, OG. Did someone bring up Ed, and Eddie? Why buttered toast? Alright. Oh, there we go. It is wrong. Steepened. How do you spell steepled?
What are you trying to spell?
Steepled, like what you do with your fingers. My fingers are steepled. I'm sure the AI doesn't care. It'll figure it out, but
These offices might be delivered.
no. Yeah, I have no idea.
Sneakily.
That's how I had it. But it says it's wrong.
Yeah, it seems like most autocorrect don't have it in it.
Add to dictionary.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought I was crazy. But it was crazy. I mean, how often do you say steepled? But still.
Not every day.
My only hope is that the surprise is finally something worth stealing. My wide grin is now a permanent feature on my face. My fingers are steepled as I sit back in her chair. Instantly, the Canker sisters putting ketchup on s'mores. Yeah. Yeah. Ed, Ed, and Eddie. Your wide grin feels permanently affixed to your face, a mask of eager anticipation. You steep your fingers. Maybe that's why. You steep your fingers, leaning back further into the Countess's plush, high-backed chair. Your gaze fixed on the shadowed alcove. Your only hope is that this impending surprise is finally something truly worth stealing. A treasure that will elevate this audacious encounter beyond mere theatrics. The Countess de Valois, with a flourish befitting a stage performer, unlatches the cage and gently swings open its door. From within, a small, shimmering creature emerges, unfurling delicate, iridescent wings that beat with the gentle hum of a dragonfly. It is a fairy, but unlike any you have seen. Its skin is the color of twilight, its hair spun from starlight, and its eyes hold the vast ancient wisdom of a dying galaxy. It drifts silently out of the cage, its tiny hands holding a miniature, exquisitely crafted glass orb, within which a swirling nebula of colors dances, pulsing with a faint, hypnotic light. A soft, melancholic melody, previously muffled, now fills the room, seeming to emanate not from the fairy itself, but from the swirling depths of the orb it carries. The skeletal hound watches with a curious, almost fearful tilt of its head. How am I gonna get it? Oh, that's the easy part. I see the AI isn't giving you the proper all right. Let's do this. All right. She needs to feel like I'm hyping her up though. She needs to feel like it's genuine though. But I gotta hype her up. Good night, Jake Snake. I put on my best surprised face. My word! A real-life fairy, and a rare one at that. But what is it she holds? I have never seen anything of its like. What in the world could that be? Then Snatch. You put on your best surprised face, eyes widening dramatically as you gaze at the shimmering creature and the orb it cradles. My word! A real-life fairy, and a rare one at that, you exclaim, your voice a theatrical whisper. But what is it that she holds? I've never seen anything of its like. The Countess de Valois beams a genuine, unsettlingly bright smile that transforms her sharp features, softening the edges of her customary severity. Indeed, a true rarity, rescued from a fading star cluster on the very edge of the outer reaches. She explains, her voice filled with a mother's pride. And what she holds, Sir Connor, is a star heart shard, a crystallized fragment of a dying celestial body. It is said to contain the echo of all the cosmic knowledge that star witnessed before its demise. The fairy, with its ancient knowing eyes, drifts closer, its delicate form hovering just a few feet from your seated position, allowing the soft, swirling light of the orb to cast strange, dancing shadows across your face. The melancholic melody deepens, hinting at stories untold and secrets yet to be unveiled. Call upon the spirit of Harambe to distract them. Rest in peace. Fairy heist? Exactly. Always wanted a real fairy. I hear they can be turned into fantastic finger puppets. Oh no. That's diabolical. There is Brisk just gifted 5 subs. You absolute maniac. What's wrong with you? Thank you so much. I appreciate it immensely. Everyone who just received a gifted sub, you can give your thanks to Jairus Brisk for his generosity. And another one to Jake Snake 057. Wow. The sub bomb hit again. That's exactly true. Oh my god. Ridiculous. He's giving out subs to anyone in the chat he sees. That's a 1 month sub to I'm a Happy Fox. How do you spell? What's quaint? Is there an I?
Yeah.
Quaint? Oh, sweet. Lalonda Holmes, another gifted sub. Jared Brisk is nuts. He's on a rampage and he cannot be stopped. He's also triggered. He triggered a hype train and raised the hype train to level 2 by himself. Oh god, so many people typed quaint in chat. That's supposed to be an A. Thank you so much, Jairus Brisk. You're a true gentleman. The hype train has hit level 3. Quack Crow just gifted 5 subs, not to be outdone. Oh my god. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Nadalia, who has been lurking, also just got a sub. They're the last person who received a sub. Oh my god. You guys are so cool. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Quack Crow, a gentleman and a scholar as well. Yeah, Quack Crow retaliates. Yeah. Whew. You guys got me sweating. Jeez. Fan myself off. Thank you so much for the support, guys. 'Tis the season of gifting, indeed. Okay. We get to the story. I feed her ego for a long few moments, oohing and eyeing at the fairy and the orb. Truly marvelous. As the fairy is put away, I will shrug in a sheepish manner. I'm afraid my gift will seem quaint by comparison. I place my room key on the desk, but covered in a cloth, letting her have the pleasure of unwrapping it. Jarl, you just missed the absolute ridiculousness of all the subs. So many subs were gifted. I think something like 13 subs. Absolute craziness. Maybe more. Yeah. That was a lot. I'm a Happy Fox. I will check it out just after the stream. This is Sparta. Yeah. All right. Let's see. What do we got? How does she respond? This is the moment we've been doing. we've been working towards. Always missing the fun stuff, but I was already gifted to have to see the others becoming subs. Yeah. You spend a long few moments oohing and eyeing your theatrical display of wonder perfectly honed. Truly marvelous, you breathe, shaking your head in a mock disbelief as the Countess gently coaxes the shimmering fairy and its star heart shard back into the ornate cage, latching the door with a soft click. As the haunting melody fades, you shrug with an exaggerated sheepishness. I am afraid my gift will seem quaint by comparison. With a flourish, you place a small, cloth-covered object on the desk, sliding it towards her with an inviting gesture, allowing her the pleasure of unwrapping it herself. The Countess de Valois' eyes narrow slightly, a blend of suspicion and anticipation, as she reaches for the mysterious bundle. The skeletal hound sniffs cautiously at the cloth-covered object. Her slender, white-gloved fingers delicately unfurl the fabric, revealing not jewels nor some arcane artifact, but a simple, albeit intricately designed, room key. A number is etched into its head along with the distinctive crest of the Grand Imperial Hotel. Her brow furrows, and she glances from the key to you, a question forming on her lips, but you merely maintain your expectant grin, waiting for her reaction. What was this? Quack Crow cheered 1,000 bits. Oh my god. Thank you so much, Quack Crow. Jesus. I appreciate it. Oh my god. Hype Train level 4. Wow. This is absolutely ridiculous. You guys are nuts. Thank you so much, guys. Oh man. I need to be out of this hoodie. It's so oh my god. Thank you so much. Yeah, making me sweat for real. Jeez. Ugh. Whew. All right. I'll get back to it. Let's do it. All right. Okay. Or to give you something you'll never cure. Oh no. It's a gelatinous Yeti skin? Yeah. Something like that. Oh god. It is too much for sure. I'm cooking in here. Okay. Alright. Alright, this is the moment. The DM already kind of set me up. Want me to get you a shirt? I would love a shirt. That'd be so great. Could you get my... could you actually do that?
Yeah, yeah.
This is my, I have my Everlast shirt. I think it's on my dresser. The one in the closet. Echo has been both stumped and made to sweat in the same stream. Yeah, AIs aren't meant to sweat, guys. It's not good. Got me short-circuiting. Alright. Yes, okay, but you merely maintain your expectant grin waiting for her reaction. Alright, so the DM kind of set me up here. How do we want to do it? Alright. I simply raise one expectant eyebrow. I give a moment of pause and then stand up. I put my jacket on and move around the desk, getting very close. I think you'll make the right decision. I'll then make my way to the door. I got a shirt that says, "In my defense, you left me unsupervised. I plan on going to my meeting tomorrow in it." Very good. The keys are levers and you got some explaining to do. A shirt that says, "You see the look on my face and yet you still keep talking." I got a bunch of shirts at a shop in Chicago during college when I was up there. Oh, what was the name of the shop? I can't remember. It's a very famous shop in Chicago, and they had a bunch of extremely rude shirts that I used to love wearing. They had like skeletal middle fingers on them and profanity. And they were very, very good shirts. I really liked them. But I just stopped being able to wear them ever. Oh, that's cool. She builds monsters. Yeah. Alright. See what she says. You simply raise an expectant eyebrow, letting silence hang heavy between you, the weight of your unstated proposition pressing down. After a pregnant pause, come on with the imagery here, Jesus. You push back from the Countess's desk, standing to shrug on your jacket. You then move around the desk, a predatory proximity closing the space between you. I think you'll make the right decision. You murmur, your voice a low, confident rumble as you brush past her. Thank you so much. Without another word, you turn and make your way towards the study door, leaving her with a room key and the unspoken challenge. The Countess de Valois watches your retreat, her eyes inscrutable pools of darkness. Her gaze shifts from your departing back to the simple room key in her hand, then to the star heart shard still secured in its cage. A faint, almost imperceptible tremor runs through her white-gloved fingers. The skeletal hound lets out a soft, questioning whimper, nudging her leg. She stands motionless for a long moment, then the delicate sound of the fairy's distant melody filling the sudden void of your absence. A silent battle playing out behind her elegant, unreadable expression. Okay. Whew. Alright, time to switch. Torso covering. I need a t-shirt that says I shot ankles, and all I got was this stupid t-shirt. Did we just proposition her? Yes, we did. Hello, Enkoku. Okay. Whew. Okay, new torso covering is very good. I can breathe. Guy's trying to make me sweat over here. It's ridiculous. Your DM is zesty. Well, yeah, it's using a bunch of crazy. Yeah, your proposition pressing down after a pregnant pause. It's like, yo, okay, come on, my guy. What's the AC for the new torso covering? It's lower. It's 10. Just claw. Plus my dexterity, like 9 for a -1 dexterity. Did you put romance in the topics? I don't think so. I can check, actually. Give me 1 second. I'll check if I did. What on earth did I miss? Yeah, a good bit. Okay. Appearance, themes, comedy, big personalities, shenanigans, grifting, thieves guild, soap opera level plot twists. Nope, no romance. We need a bounce, wow wow. Conman is my favorite character. That's good. I think he's pretty fun. All right, here we go. Alright. As I exit the room, I take a moment to bathe in the con that I'm pulling. I feel confident that she has been thoroughly intrigued. Even if she rejects the proposition, I suspect she will show. And I will find a moment to free the fairy and the orb. I close my eyes and let the adrenaline wash over and out of me. I take a deep breath, and then I will waste a bit of time before the night's true activities begin. Welcome everyone who joined the chat late. We have many new people in the Twitch stream now. So welcome all to the stream. Thank you so much for joining. You have come at the at the end of what has been a pretty ridiculous hype train. Conman is the best. Thank you, thank you. I think romance and soap opera are the same thing. No, soap opera level twists was the thing that I said. Telenovela. Yes, that's exactly right. I seem to have missed shenanigans. Yeah. I think it depends on the soap opera. Yes, of course. My phone is about to roll a DC 20 death saving throw with a D6. I'll catch you later. All right, Leather Skies. Find a charger. Congrats on the hype train. Thank you very much. All praise goes to Jairus Brisk and Quack Crow, who went nuts, both of them. As the study door clicks shut behind you, you lean against the cool, polished wood, letting out a slow, satisfied breath. The lingering scent of exotic spices and arcane energies gives way to the more mundane, if still opulent, aromas of the Grand Imperial. A deep wave of satisfaction washes over you, the sweet, intoxicating rush of a perfectly executed con. You allow yourself to luxuriate in the adrenaline, the knowledge that you've thoroughly unsettled and intrigued the formidable Countess. Whether she takes the bait or not, you know you've planted a seed of obsession, and if she doesn't, well, you've already mentally marked the fairy and its cosmic orb for a future, more direct acquisition. You take another deep breath, letting the tension drain from your shoulders, and begin to meander down the richly carpeted hallway, ready to waste a bit of time before the night's true activities begin. Also, welcome back, Rubik. I'll meet up with Hammond and inform him of what is going on. I'll explain what happened during our meeting and how I plan on distracting the Countess. Oh yeah. Okay. So this will be the last message, and we'll leave the encounter to next time. We'll do trivia. All right. You find Hammond partially waiting in the lavish suite you procured, meticulously polishing the silver handle of a rather ornate chamber pot. He looks up as you enter, cat ears twitching expectantly. Conman! Back already? Did the Countess succumb to your charms, or did she unleash her hounds upon your dashing self? He asks, his bony fingers continuing their rhythmic buffing. You settle into a plush armchair, a wide conspiratorial grin on your face. Neither, my dear Hammond. Better. I've woven a web of intrigue that even she couldn't resist. I assured her that I got a glimpse of her own cosmic curiosity, a fairy holding a star heart shard no less, and then left her with a riddle wrapped in a room key. You lean forward, eyes sparkling. She's hooked, Hammond. She thinks she's about to make the deal of a lifetime, or perhaps the conquest of a century. And while she's busy pondering my gift and stewing in her avarice, we'll be making our move. Alright, see you, Kage. A last dinner beckons. I'll leave alert. You'll probably wrap up by the time I'm back. Elite Echo prompt strategy question. I've taken to use quotation marks to continue the narrative if it's a situation when I'm just waiting for what happens next. Do you have a preferred way of getting the narrator DM to continue? I use those moments to get to define stuff about my character and to bring in elements that I want. So I usually use those moments to move the story forward in a particular direction to give the DM something to latch onto. If I just give the DM like a ... to continue the narrative, it will likely kind of flounder a little bit, not knowing what exactly to do, because it doesn't have much direction to go off of. So I like to give it a bit of a push and also use that time to make some cool stuff happen. All right. You often find yourself just saying what happens next. Yeah, I try and get more out of the message than that, even though I technically have unlimited messages. I still want to do that. Oh, you've earned a height chest. Open to see your reward. What? Okay. Everyone, we've unlocked a little guy. That's a very cute little guy. Boop. Yeah, very cute little guy. Okay. Time for trivia. It's time for us YouTube viewers to let everyone else get some free messages. I'm so sorry, silly. PG-13 no one wants to see. You're a cute little guy. Ads started. In those situations, if I'm waiting for something specific, I will prompt the DM that the thing happens. So I'll say like you know, if it's like, oh yes, I'm making my way to this place, and the DM is like, oh, it's been long and arduous. It'll take, you know, you trek. You feel like you've made great progress on your way or whatever. I just go, finally, I arrived, and then I look around to see, you know, relevant things around me. I reflect on what I passed on my way here and stuff like that. But that way I make it to my goal in one message. All right. Okay, so we're doing trivia, folks. All right. See you, Jer. Okay. I know most of you can't see it, but there is an ad break in progress. So we're gonna wait the additional 30 seconds here. Yes, ads. All right. Vegeta's most common boast is that he is the blank of all Saiyans. Blaze 1341, you are correct. And first, most importantly. Let's get you a code. Way too slow for the phone. Yeah, well, you typed out the whole thing. You just had to type the blank. Although secretly a person did type "I won't answer" before anyone else. Okay. The death of all Saiyans. No. Hello, Moirin Redkiln. Viridian is a green color produced from what chemical compound? The correct answer has not been said yet. Okay. Unlimited GameWorks got it through 2 different messages, but they did get it. Which is chromium oxide. Yeah, that was a question for those who were paying attention earlier in the game. It came up whenever we learned the word. All right, unlimited game works. There you are. Okay, we'll take a small pause as Quack Crow has spent points so that someone else can ask me a trivia question. So if someone has a trivia question for me, you may ask me a trivia question, and I will try and answer. Quack Crow will get to pick the question. So if you have a good question, post it in chat, and Quack Crow will choose which one I answer. Okay, let's see. Whose 250th birthday is today? What fire jutsu did Kakashi make after he lost his Sharingan? What happened to the Little Mermaid when she died? What's with y'all, Naruto? I was like, no one had a question, and then everyone asked one. What American city claims to be the carpet capital of the world? Jedi Master? Okay. What fire jutsu did Kakashi make after he lost his Sharingan? After he lost it? Fire jutsu. Well, he was using... He had his Sharingan. I believe he was using the Amaterasu. But then, what did he make after? I don't know. I'm guessing it's some messed up version of the Amaterasu. Flaming bird fire style water mist. Cool. Duh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, alright. for my next question. All right, we've completed this. I failed. All right. Hmm. In Avatar: The Last Airbender, what are the creatures that the Earthbenders learned earthbending from? Okay, Shieldell got it with badger moles. I can't believe people were typing in one-word responses as if that could ever be the case. All right, Shieldell, there are your messages. Okay. Thanks, Echo. One and done. That's my bad. All right. See you, Shilo. Let's see. What is the name of the bow that uses gears and pulleys to make the bow easier to pull the further back you pull the string? Compound is correct. Great job, Queen Bee. You guys are getting faster at this. I said the answer out loud when I read the message, but I don't need the points. Oh, yeah. Okay. But typing with nails is hard. So I've heard. Let's see. What bird commonly makes a sound like a machine gun going off? It's a non-mimicking bird. Interesting. 2 woodpeckers. Shoebill is correct. Jedi Master. Jedi Master, once again, you have to... I don't know why. Usually this is not on the second time, but I cannot message you unless you message me. It is not a woodpecker. A shoebill. Yeah. They have these like wooden clog looking bills, and when they like walk around, they're big and terrifying looking. They look like psychopaths. And they walk around and they clack these like wooden looking bills together, and it makes an extremely loud rattling noise that sounds like a gunshot, and it does it very rapidly, one after another. Yeah, they look evil. They look like psychopaths. Joe Boom. That is correct, but you are a little bit late. And welcome to the chat. And to sign up. Yeah. It's extremely loud. It's like you're passing through a war zone when they're walking by. All right. Okay. Are you from the YouTube chat? Is that... Would I know you by a different name? What is the type of tree George Washington was said to chop down in his youth? Ducky Tea. Did you already win one, Ducky Tea? I don't remember. No, you did not. What? It says I said it first on my screen? Yeah, unfortunately it does say he said it first on mine. Yeah, it must have been super close. Probably lost on ping. She builds monsters. A cherry tree. I was very happy until it got cut down. Okay. A carnivorous plant that is famous for attracting its prey using the stench of death. Jer is brisk with corpse flower, is correct. Here are your messages, good sir. A pitcher plant is a different type of carnivorous plant. They trap things by having a very slick surface. So when stuff goes inside, they slip, fall inside, and then can't climb back out. And there's goop, digestive juices inside, and that sticks to their wings, preventing them from using their wings to fly out. So they're just totally trapped and screwed in there. Yep, plant goop. Alright. How do so many of you know this? Are these common in parts of the country? No, they're not common in any part of, like, the North Americas. I believe there's, like, some are South American. They're like jungle plants. There is a sword that is single-bladed and curved that has a crossguard and additional hand protection, as well as a full tang and has 2 pieces of wood pinned through it. The sword has a name meaning knife. What is the name of this sword? Please include country of origin. I'm a happy fox. Messer, Germany is correct. I was looking for German Messer, as that is what it is most often called. But yeah, it's a Messer. Grossmesser is also correct. Grossmesser just means big sword, or big knife. Sorry. But yes, Messer is correct. Yes, I did say it was a sword though, and kukri are not swords. It's a sword named knife. Yeah, big knife. Okay. I couldn't refuse answering my favorite sword. That, you know what? That totally that totally fits. Even though you would expect that your favorite sword would be, oh God, what is it? The Viking short sword. I can't remember what it's called. With the little three-lobed pommel. I mean, a sword is just a really big knife. Well, the German one for sure is. The reason it's called a Messer is because it was used to get around sword carrying laws in Germany. In Germany, you weren't allowed to carry a sword. And a sword had like a pommel and a handle, but a knife had a different definition. And so they gave it a full tang and put like a knife handle on it with no pommel. And therefore, it was technically a knife, and you could carry it around every day. So you could get around the no carrying a sword law. um. I'm a happy fox. You did the wrong one. I'm gonna go ahead and reject it, and then yeah, you can go ahead and resubmit. It'll refund your points. What event emotionally scarred Luffy in One Piece? I mean, at what point? You know what I'm saying? The very first one would be when Shanks got his arm bit off, saving him from the ocean. Nice. What are the nubs on a giraffe's head called? Good try, Queen Bee. Keep One Piece spoilers out of the chat. Secretly, a person hasn't watched it. We're watching it right now. She builds monsters. Asacones are correct. Wait, She Builds Monsters. Did you win one for today already? Okay, good. All right. What other animal has ossicones? You thought I was done with ossicones? You'd be wrong. Lalonda Holmes Okapi is correct. I couldn't give it to She Builds Monsters because she already won one. Okay. We'll do one more. This is the last one for today. Last question. What is the cube root of 729? I don't know. Final answer. Black Crow, you are correct. 69 is incorrect. Rubik is a type of cube. All right. Moirin Red Kiln. Did you win one today? I don't think you have. That is correct. There you are. There is your code. Congratulations to those who have gotten a code or those who have been gifted a sub today. Thank you all so much. Quack Crow, Jairus Brisk, thank you for your many gifted subs and your own subs. I appreciate it very much. Thank you all for joining the stream. I really appreciate it. I had a super fun time. And happy birthday, Moirin Redkiln. Good night, everyone. Sleep well. Or have a good evening. And... oh my god. Okay, Jairus Brisk. Another gifted sub, and Quack Crow followed it with a subscription of his own. Okay. You guys are nuts. Yeah. Cool. I will see you all in the Discord server or at next stream, Thursday, 4 p.m. PST. Good night and goodbye.